Dude, hey everybody. Anthony Fan Toilet here, the internet's busiest video turd.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Do we have some stupid videos to watch today? It's gonna make you say,
It is a little bit weird.
Weird.
and then I'll say,
You're a moron.
You think that's funny?
Do you remember when there were two genders and only 1.5 of them had to shave their mustaches?
No.
Oh, hi. I'm Jeremy Boring, CEO and God King of the Daily Wire.
you know, there are some people whose names perfectly describes them. Tyler, the creator, he's always creating some crap. Jesse the Body Ventura, he has a body. And this guy has it too, Jeremy Boring. Jeremy Boring. By the way, got this as an ad. So that means I'm not going to feel bad about tearing this piece of garbage a new ass. Jeremy's Razors, the greatest commercial ever. You know you named this, right? Hey, I'm Aaron Brown. I'm naming my video the greatest video ever. I'm a total dork. I am a loser. Hell yeah, bro. He almost ran over one of his employees. Is this an inside joke?
Tired of paying companies like Harry's and Gillette to hate you?
Epic things are epic.
And they're also based because of the fact of that they're I can't even pretend to care about this stupid ad. Also, like, I don't know what these idiots talk about all day. So he pulls into a space that says God King in the Smoothie King font. So I don't know if there's some kind of smoothie related crap there. God King, and at the end he's a king. This is never really explained. I mean, I watch a lot of these Daily Wire videos, and I have no idea what you're talking about. Hey, he's a king. Ha. I guess because this guy invested a bunch. This is probably how Ben Shapiro thinks.
He invested a bunch of money. He is like a god. He is like a god king. I would hand over my wife to him if he demanded it.
All right, great. So just when you thought things couldn't get any stupider on this channel. Okay, look, we've established this on this channel that this guy, you know, we may have made fun of this guy a bunch. It is ableist. I have concluded it's ableist. He's an impaired young man. However, I'm not a good person, so I'm gonna keep making fun of this guy. I don't know if you've seen that video where that kid jumps down the stairs and it clearly looks like he's probably broken one of his legs or something, and then he gets up and he's like,
Yeah, I don't think you should never do that again.
God, also known as Jesus, said, hey, let's give somebody with the mind of an 8-year-old and millions of dollars and see how wrong that can go. That's Tim Pool. So let's check out what he's on about now.
This is what I find to be absolutely fascinating. Netflix takes on Texas. Attorneys analyze the outlandish fight over cuties.
Hey.
The Hollywood Reporter is basically, they're talking about a story in which this month there was supposed to be a hearing in Texas. Netflix is facing was to face a criminal charge for, I think it was like child lewd behavior or something.
Before we get to his brilliant analysis of this cuties thing, I do think that I'm dreaming all this crap, this right now. Think I'm dreaming because there's no way reality could be this stupid, okay? Netflix says Tyler County District Attorney, listen to this. Tyler County, by the way, Tyler County, I live in Texas. Tyler County has like 20,000 people in it, okay? Tyler County District Attorney Lucas Babin, a former actor best known for his role as Spider in School of Rock. And at first I was like, which kid was Spider? Was he the drum kid?
You're a fat loser and you have body odor.
You're a fat loser and you have body odor.
No. He was the one of the bad guys. He was one of the bad guys.
Do you? Yes.
Yeah, you're hot. You're so hot.
What?
Huh?
I'm sorry.
What?
Are you warm?
He was one of the annoying, like, Scott Stapp. Yeah, I am in a pod right now. The pod is cabling into my Keanu Reeves hole. It is cabling in some comedy. Okay, and stop it. Back of my head cable. Make this more convincing. Netflix by the way, Tim Pool doesn't read this whole article. Netflix in October 2020 was originally charged for allegedly violating a state law that criminalizes the possession or promotion of visual materials that, quote, depicts the lewd exhibition, unquote, of children. The indictment, however, became no longer viable after Texas appeals court in October 2021 found the statute unconstitutional under the First Amendment. Oops, so that one fell through. First, this guy gave Jack Black a hard time about wanting to do his rock and roll with his guitars that he keeps in his van. And then Sarah Silverman was on his case, too. And the guy who I think writes White Lotus. I could be wrong on that one. Here's another part of this that Tim didn't read because it won't get him super chats. Amy Sanders, an attorney and media law professor at the University of Texas at Austin, says it's absurd to question the artistic value of cuties. We'll get into why that matters in a second. When it's been lauded for its timely exploration of how children are impacted by highly sexualized media-driven culture, she says, quote, the idea that there is no First Amendment protection for this kind of theatrical depiction of a major social issue is ridiculous. Another part of this article Tim didn't read. Doug Morell, a partner at Greenberg Glusker, who has represented high-profile entertainment industry clients in First Amendment cases, thinks Netflix should consider pursuing sanctions against Babin for knowingly pursuing a losing case. Here's another funny part that Tim Pool leaves out of his very selective and targeted, super chat targeted reading of this Hollywood Reporter article. Looming behind the dispute is Babin, that's Jack Black's enemy, the guy who he wants to do the more corporate, Creed type rock and roll. Is Babin's bid this year to be re-elected district attorney, prompting speculation that he may be pursuing the case to curry favor within his county. Remember his county of 20,000 people. Nearly 85%, this little small town in Texas, this little small area in Texas, nearly 85% of which voted Republican in the last presidential election. So, like, do these people living out there in this small county, do they even know what? I'd be shocked if a lot of them even knew what this is. I mean, did he have to explain to them? Hey guys, I'm from, yes, it's me from School of Rock. There's this movie Cuties, and it's a bunch of pedophiles, and they're like, oh no, and he's like, I'm going after him, and they're like, okay, can I get back to work as a Walmart greeter now?
Yet the establishment media, the left as you would call it, is defending a film in which they took 4 young girls. I don't care if you think they're actors or actresses or whatever, actually taught these little girls to do these dance moves, had them do it in an extended scene that was like 3 minutes long, have scenes where there's clearly adults grooming these children, and then said, but it's a critique, it's fine. This is the you know, if I can broaden the conversation a little bit outside of this, clearly we live in completely different realities with whatever the establishment and the left is.
It would be illegal. It would definitely be illegal to do like
did you guys see Cuties? I haven't seen it. I wouldn't watch it. I didn't watch it.
I've seen some of the bits.
I've seen some of the bits, okay.
So the issue...
Remember, we've been talking about this for a while. You might want to have... Did we check out what we're talking about?
For me was I watched enough of it to where I said I
saw a couple clips.
So the issue for me was I watched.
But buy yourself some time, dude. Yeah, I do this technique too. Well, the issue is that, hey, did you do your homework? Well, the thing about that is.
I saw a couple clips.
So the issue for me was I watched enough of it to where I said I'm not interested in watching this film, and
oh, dude, your body knows you're lying now, dude.
Yeah, I'll put it that way. I did not watch the film as if to say.
There we go. Okay.
Like I sat through the whole thing, but I watched the relevant bits to a certain degree and was just like, this needs to be turned off. It's just.
So I guess when he says the relevant bits, he's talking about the like suggestive dancing parts of this movie from these kids. And they point this out if you read the legal document coming from Netflix that they're trying to get the I guess the federal court to get involved in this. One of the things that they point out is those parts are about 7% of the film or something like that. If you watch this movie, most of it is about an immigrant family, a family with a sort of traditional religious views and That's most of it. It's mostly about a young girl struggling, coming of age kind of crap. So when Tim Pool says he saw the relevant bits, he went on Netflix, he fast forwarded through the movie to find the dancing scenes and watched those parts. Like, I really urge anybody watching this to watch some Tim Pool videos because he does this all the time. Like, he has that little kid thing, like a 12-year-old or something, where he just hasn't learned to lie properly yet. Like, it's like a 12 when the mom is like, "Hey, I found your pants hidden in the garbage. Like, you put other garbage on top, and clearly there's poop in these pants. What happened?" And then the kid's like, "Actually, there's a bad kid who just came to the neighborhood. He lived in a different bad neighborhood, and now he lives in this neighborhood. And he actually threw poop at me, and it got on and in my pants." Hey, let's do an 18-minute and 8-second segment on this crap where we probably made $500,000 in super chats talking about a movie that none of us watched. And probably, from what it sounds like, none of them even seen clips of this movie.
Film it and then be like
a reality show.
Critiquing it.
Yeah.
That's the issue. So
It's more like that, I think,
It would be
than
more-
what Carlin was
But
doing.
was it a reality? I didn't see the movie. Was it a reality show? It wasn't. It was fake.
No, it was
all
fake. But I mean, look
Wait,
at
what do you mean?
Like the movie wasn't. They didn't actually go into a club and get 12-year-olds dancing. They
They had to
hired
audition,
actors.
and they probably had to sign a contract, and their parents had to agree to this grooming
But it was
behavior.
sexual. It was so they had to, whatever they were doing, acting or not, it was a sexualized performance. So it doesn't really matter whether they were acting.
I'm not going to look up who that British lady is, but I guarantee, I mean, because it's the Tim Pool program, if I looked her up, or looked her name up,
Oh, I'm a writer for the English Heritage Web. We need to go back to those times when certain people knew their place, and I write for the English Heritage Genetic IQ Test Club.
But I love that guy, the guy that I like, the long-haired guy. He's like, do you guys think, are you thinking that this is like some kind of a reality show? Or like, he's like struggling, like, what's the prop? Because this is a movie, you guys know that, right? Where it's like there's choreographers and their parents are there, and their parents have to sign on to all this crap, and these kids are actors, and especially these kids in a movie this big are going to be like very professional actors.
Riverdale or any of those
Euphoria.
shows.
What-
They're all in their 20s.
What about Superbad? I brought this up when I was talking about this earlier today. Christopher Mintz-Plasse, I think, was like 16 when they filmed the movie. And there's a scene where he's having sex with some woman or whatever. And apparently his parents had to be there and sign off on it. I'm wondering, this is a 16-year-old. We know high school kids are doing things, but does that make it better at all?
So yeah, this is why this is ableist, making fun of this guy. It's ableist, but I'm working on myself.
I'm working on that, but I can't help it, man. I'm not good.
He does this a lot too in a show, which I love, is that he'll actually he'll keep talking, and like 10 minutes later, he'll just totally like wipe out all the stuff that he was saying earlier. So he's like, this is disgusting. This is these are pedophiles. 10 minutes later, hey, Superbad, they were underage and there was a sex scene, but that one I'm kind of okay with because it's a movie. Here's a movie that I like because it's stupid enough for me to understand. That one I'm not as upset about. But yeah, dude, you kind of accidentally ran across a mucho problema with this lawsuit that you're supporting. Which, if you watch the entire first part of this video, he's like, The people want this, man. They gotta sue Netflix. They gotta take this movie down. Okay, but you understand that would mean that they should take down Superbad too now, as you just kind of stumbled across.
I don't think it needs to be asked, but to the left, my question is to the left in general, why they think there's an age of consent. Now, the issue is, I honestly think the left is opposed to that idea of an age of consent. I think many of these people are just ignoring that issue for now.
Perverts.
But I think if you were to actually get these people in private and ask them, they'd probably advocate for really, really messed up stuff.
I think that's correct.
I think that's correct. So Tim Pool asked, I'll answer his question. I'm a far left pinko communist. So he asked the question, I'll answer it. Okay, Tim Pool's a big Trump supporter, and I would say part of the reason for having consent laws would be to keep your hero, Trump's friend, Jeff Epstein, away from kids. That would be part of the reason. Your hero, Donald Trump, who you're always, he's the greatest. Man, we wouldn't be in the left or Trump. It would be to keep his good friend, who he's in like a bazillion pictures with, hanging out, going like, yeah, man, bros should be bros. To keep his really good friend, Jeff Epstein, away from kids that's just one reason. That'd be one reason. That'd be one really good reason. Clip that, send it to Tim Pool so now he knows. Moron, you idiot. They did this, we talked about this on this channel. There was this lady in some small town, and she's like the mayor of North Carolina. And she did this very, she was trying to be nice tweet where she was like, hey, if you're a gay kid or a trans kid or whatever in one of these states that's passing all these weird laws, you can DM me, And they're like, she's a groomer! Like, just lines and lines, just scrolling down Twitter. They're like, we're reporting you to the CIA. You're a pedophile and you're grooming our kids. If you see this woman, she's gonna try to groom your kid and all this stuff. I mean, guys, let's rein it in, okay? Let's get it right, okay? This is the very end of the video. Check this out. I mean, this is great.
Cast.com or tune in Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. and we'll see you all there.
Okay. The end. It's adorable. I mean, he was saying some pretty egregious stuff earlier, willy-nilly throwing around that some French lady who wrote a movie about her experiences as a kid and made a very personal movie about it. He's calling them all pedophiles and all this stuff. I have to say, though, however, it's very endearing and cute to put the end at the end of a YouTube video. A video where you can see down below, the time and exactly when the video is going to end. It just shows that the average age of the people watching his video is, 104, 110.
We can sort of bring up the don't say gay lie, the hoax from the Democrats. The bill in Florida's true intent was to make sure parents are informed about what's happening with their kids. The left lied and claimed it was don't say gay. I know we've mentioned it several times, but I think this...
Oh, man, you really sound like you know what you're talking about, bro. You can read this, by the way. It's online. And I mean, this is, people are talking about this. I think everybody pretty much gets it, but, this is pretty demented. Classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties on sexual orientation or gender identities may not occur in kindergarten through grade 3 or in a manner that is not age appropriate or developmentally appropriate for students. Who's deciding that? Who knows? In accordance with the state standards. So yeah, my man's just straight up saying some dumbass shit here. Classroom instruction by school personnel or third parties on sexual orientation or gender identity may not occur. That means you're not allowed to talk about gay, bro. You're not allowed to talk about gay, dude. But yeah, it's sort of interesting that they're all repeating this on this stupid, demented right-wing media, is that they're all saying, this is a lie. This is a lie. They're just making it up, that it's a quote-unquote don't say gay crap or whatever. They're like, that's a myth. That's a lie. Well, we just read it.
For sure.
So it'll be the blank slate ideology.
And then you have to grind for your outfits and your stuff.
Here's the interesting thing about it, though.
Oh, yeah.
If you take every single human being and erase their minds, or if you do...
Damn, wow, bro. Oh, damn, okay. What's up with that, then?
Do this. If you take 1 million babies and you put them in the metaverse where they all start off as genderless, jumpsuit wearing little humans.
Weird.
And they grow and develop, and then, around the time that they're 10 or whatever, it's like, now choose your gender, and they can just pick. I'll tell you this, you would find a massive correlation between biological sex and internal digital world gender. So they can, so if you take a kid and raise them in, the metaverse, I would be willing to bet there's like a 98% chance that kid would be like, I'm a boy or I'm a girl.
They would decide it, or they would be it.
What I'm saying is, if you take a child, a baby, and put them in the metaverse,
right,
where they
even his guest, these like lunatics, these Breitbart writers or whatever, they're like, what are you talking about? Why do you have a sword on your wall, you whack job?
Never experience the real world, and they have no gender. Then at 12 years old, they go to school. You ask them, which gender would you choose? They would likely choose their biological sex.
The one they actually are.
Right.
Yeah.
So even in the metaverse,
they'd also really need to stretch out. They'd be like, this feels uncomfortable.
Well, their brain is Neuralinked. They wouldn't
Right.
they wouldn't know that they're trapped in a pod.
So they wouldn't even know that they have a body.
No. And so, I mean, they probably would.
I don't think he smokes weed. Like, I don't, like, with Joe Rogan, you could be like, yeah, I don't know, Joe kind of lost the thread there, when he's talking about, like, an alien was humping a dog or whatever, moronic crap he's talking about on his crap. But Tim Pool, like, what?
Yeah, when we do Neuralink, then they'll be in the metaverse, and they'll pick the same gender of as that they are. But they would have never known because they lived in the metaverse the whole time.
Yeah, what are you talking about again?
I don't know, but I just made $4 million in super chats.
I wonder if you're going to have like humans on Mars that are Neuralinked, humans on Mars that aren't, humans on Earth that are Neuralinked, humans on Earth that aren't, and you'll have like 4 different species, and then they'll all go to war, and one of them will become the predominant species.
Would you do it? Would you Neuralink, Ian?
Yeah.
You would do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Anything to get out of the reality where I work for an adult 8-year-old. Anything. That guy, what is his name? Moondog or whatever? This guy. Please write a diary or a blog or something about what it's like to be on the payroll of this person who height-wise, he's an adult. By the way, I got a recommendation here on YouTube for a Adam Carolla interview with Bill Maher. So if you're looking to be uninterested by something, check that out. A little plug there. You know what I mean?
Can't do this anymore, man.
Let's segue over to this next story, which
victory.
may be a contributing factor in an upcoming civil war here in these United States. From timcast.com, Idaho passes bill banning abortions after 6 weeks. Idaho's Senate Bill 1309 is modeled after similar Texas legislation passed last year. The bill now goes to Governor Brad Little to be signed into law. Will you see leftists setting up makeshift underground abortion clinic railroad or things like that?
For sure.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Abortion, since the dawn of humanity, has been part of us species. I can't imagine it ever stopping.
So I'm sure that some people will still attempt to have abortions, but I believe that it will be greatly decreasing in number in the places where it's illegal. But I think what Tim's asking is not necessarily will there be people who break this law, but are left-wingers going to try to set up an entire underground infrastructure to continue abortion?
Man, wow. Tim Pool's like, I gotta get somebody even more crazy and stupid than me on my show. Ooh, yeah. To get more super chats. Hey, Tim Pool, be stupider. Okay, he's like, super chat. So there we go, guys. Just making fun of an impaired person, and giving him a hard time. But he deserves it. Because he's saying some real dumb stuff, so...
Perverts.
He gets that. Okay?
It is a little bit weird.
That's all I'm saying. Well, guys, it's Friday, and if you're watching this before 3 p.m. Central Standard Time on Friday, join the live stream. Don't be weird. Don't be...
Perverts.
If you don't join the live stream, I'll say...
What a pervert. What a pervert.
All right, bye-bye. Hey, guys. You're only getting a fraction of the weekly shows. If you want a new motherfucking episode every day, subscribe on Patreon for as little as 2 bones. You get the patron-only Tuesday and Thursday shows, the Bookablega show where we look at important books, and the goddamn weekly behind-the-scenes show. And for only 25 bones, you could become a producer and get your name up here. Look at these people. These people make this show possible. If it wasn't for them, nothing. We don't have a show. We got nothing, and it's garbage. And we have to just leave. We have to just basically walk away, and we don't even really know where we're walking. That's the truly troubling part about all this. But please, become a patron today for as little as 2 bones, or 5 bones is another level, or 10, or you go the full 25 and you get up here. Big special thanks to these people. Love you guys so much.